Hi guys, welcome back to Falafel React. Thank you so much for being here. On this channel, we react to girl world content, and that's what we're going to be doing today. But before that, I just want to let you know that I made a second channel. If you want to follow me and subscribe there, you're free to do so. I'm going to link it in the description down below, and I pretty much made it because I'm worried about getting a copyright strike from anyone at this at this point. And some of you guys said that you are not on X. So if you want to just subscribe there or at least know of the handle in case anything happens to this one, I'll put a community tab post there. I'm also going to be putting up content there because as I mentioned before, I'm not comfortable asking people to subscribe to a YouTube channel where there is no content. So I already have like a makeup video up there, so it'll just be like silly little chaotic things. I'll do like dog content, I'll do book talks where I talk about books that I'm reading and reviews of them, and maybe just like daily or weekly random vlogs of like chaotic things. So the other channel is at Falafel's World, and again, like I said, I'll link it if you want to check it out. But now let's get into the reaction. So we are reacting to not really a vlog, but a video that Chantal just put out maybe like an hour ago titled "The Most Delicious Syrian Fast Food (parentheses mukbang)." The rage baiting, the trolling just from the title. I do have it at 1.5 times speed. It's not long, it's 18 minutes, but I have a feeling this is going to be difficult to watch because of the eating and the eating noises. So we'll see how we do. Ugh. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get pissed off. I'm just feeling it. I don't know. I'm just feeling it. So let's just see. Let's see. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Maybe it's great. Unlikely.
Hello, foodie beauties.
The sound and picture quality of this video is not great. I apologize and promise the next video will be a lot better. Okay. Listen, I know about that. I know a lot about sound and picture quality not being great, okay? We know about, the trials and tribulations I went through trying to like set up a good mic. So I completely understand this, but also she's been doing this for so long, and I have literally recorded hours of videos and the audio was not good. And you know what I did? Right click, delete, deleted them, and redid them. Sometimes like you just do what you gotta do. I've literally recorded hours of reactions where it did not come out. The audio was just not good. It was this mic, but then something else was like lowered. Just delete it and redo it. It's not like you aren't ordering takeout multiple times a day. If you filmed one mukbang and it didn't come out good, just wait 2 hours and you probably would have ordered something else again. But okay, at least she gave a description. I apologize and promise the next video will be a lot better. Holding you to it. Mind you, 72 hours ago, what was she saying 72 hours ago? I'm done with YouTube. I'm done with you guys. The beezers that pay, I'm cutting you off. Yeah, I'm done with you guys. You're not going to see me on video anymore, and I'm not going to do any more vlogs. It's just going to be podcasts like live streams. What did she do less than 12 hours later? Okay.
Well, hello guys. Welcome back to another video. I hope my head's not cut off. I'm experimenting with a new position of camera. So anyways, I am going to eat with you today.
Why is she adamant about starting filming without checking on things? Like, she can just set up the angle, film for like 35 seconds, get up, turn around, look at how the camera is, and decide. Oh, I guess that involves getting up. I guess that involves moving.
Some Syrian fast food. All right. But first, a commercial break.
Fall vibes.
Nope. We're not funding your deplorable lifestyle and your continued exploitation of a poverty-stricken country.
Start by explaining what I have here. So first to drink, I have a lemon.
I am already disgusted by this because of the way that she's talking about it. This is Syrian fast food. No, girl, it's just fast food. Don't try to put a cultural spin on this. Don't, okay? And at the end of this video, stay tuned because I am going to be showing you guys TikToks that I have been looking and collecting online of people in Syria And I want you guys, I want us to both together look at Syria through the lens of not just Syrians, by the way. There's also like Westerners there, and they are showing a completely different side to Syria. Okay. So that will be at the end of this reaction. We'll go through the TikToks together, and I want to show you guys just so that we can look at it in contrast with this. This is not Syrian fast food. Okay. It's Syrian fast food in the sense that you got it in Syria, but it's fast food. Don't try to put a cultural take on this. Like, you just want fast food because you're lazy.
And orange slush. Slushes are a very popular beverage here. You see them all over. Little slush vendors. Very good little business to have if you live in Syria during the summer, especially.
This bitch is trying to give business advice for Syrians. This is a very good business. If there aren't any Syrians watching this and you guys are living in poverty because your country just came out of civil war and you're experiencing food insecurity, that sucks. That really sucks. So I'm going to gorge on food and I'm going to give you guys business advice. So yeah, if you guys just need like a hustle in the summer because you guys are like living in poverty and squalor, yeah, put up a slushy stand near my house so I can have access to it. I am so sorry. I know I keep pausing it. I'm a minute and 20 seconds in, and I know it annoys you guys, and trust me, as a viewer, when I watch reactors and they keep pausing, it also annoys me, but I'm already worked up. Okay, I'm going to try to like hold things in just for a little bit.
Some chips. Some fries, they call them chips, like in the UK. And it looks like they have some sort of seasoning on them. Looks like maybe Maggi, like chicken stock. I'm not sure, but they look homemade. And they covered with a plate. We have some garlic, coleslaw, pickles, ketchup. So let's eat. Oh, and for the main event, we have the bread is fresh, so it's falling apart, but my goodness. I can't even really show you up close. I'll take a piece off. Ooh. Ah. Sesame bread, chicken tenders, hot sauce, pickles, mayo. Beauty bite. I'm going to try bite. I'm really hungry. Mm. Wow. I can't eat with lipstick.
I'm pretty sure you can eat in any situation, in any circumstance. That is, there's no barrier that you will not cross to guzzle food down your gullet.
Mm. I don't have a fork. Don't hit me.
You do have a fork in the kitchen, but that involves walking and it involves getting up, and that's too much for you. You want more Syrians to open slushy stands closer to your house. You're not gonna get up and get a fork. What is she? Is that like coleslaw that she's eating with her paws? Mind you, you know how many days she's been wearing this outfit, this exact outfit? And I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm going to give you guys the visual. So if you're eating, stop. Please stop. The hijab, that polyester hijab that's tight around her head. When you wear that for multiple days in a hot environment, what do you think is happening? Mold, mildew, bacteria, grossness, skin. All of it is just like compiling here. And it's like everything is like fermenting. Because it's not, we saw when she filmed the mall vlog, we saw what other Syrian ladies wear. They wear like these natural, loose fitting, white and light colored garments because of the heat and because they're moving around. And they're not wearing the same outfit multiple days in a row. This is like a vile behavior, okay? No hijabi is doing this, okay? Except her.
Mm. The chicken, it looks like a hot mess, but it's a delicious mess. The chicken pieces are like real chicken, not like pressed chicken meat. Like you would find in some chicken nuggets, which is tasty too, but and the pieces of chicken have Arabic spices on them, so they're very flavorful. And then I think there's mahamara, which is like a hot pepper paste, but it's not very spicy actually. And then I don't know what kind of sauces are on here.
Again, she's using her hijab and this whole area of her abaya as a ginormous paper towel.
There's French fries on here too. It's hard to see with all the sauce what's in it.
That has to be at least 2,000 calories because that's a long thing of bread. The chicken is all fried. The French fries are fried. The coleslaw is like creamy. And the slushy. This is what a diabetic's eating in a country that has food insecurity.
Now I see why those are popular in the summer. They're so refreshing.
What
Fries
a,
with garlic.
what a pathetic and sad existence she leads.
They call this toom.
Toom is good. Toom is good. Let's see how she describes toom.
Which toom is Arabic for garlic. But it's like a creamy garlic sauce. Pickled carrot.
Yeah, creamy garlic sauce. Yeah, sauce.
So I want to do a series where I show you guys the different foods you can find at restaurants because people, I don't know if you're trolling, probably a mix of both, or maybe you just don't know. But there, especially in like our village, there are no American, Canadian, any Western fast food chains.
First of all, don't say that you're going to do a series, okay? We have already established and we've seen that you have no work ethic. You have no consistency in the content that you put out. You do not follow through on things that you say you're going to do. So first of all, don't even mention that, okay? No one's believing you. No one's picking up what you're putting down. No one's buying this. Second of all, how is this different from what pretty much the content you've done has only been food related or raging at your beezers or showing war-torn places and acting like you know anything about it and really just being offensive. So, I don't, like what, how is this different from anything that you've ever done? You want to sit in front of a camera and gorge on food, okay? Just say, I'm going to continue doing what I've always done, which is be inconsistent and put out food content that's not even like really like local cultural food. It's just you being nasty, okay? What happened to you when you were showing us how to make coffee and you couldn't even figure that out? Can you do another video? Can you do a redo where you actually make the Arabic coffee in the kitchen? You know how to do it? That would be cool.
If you hear yelling or shouting, somebody is selling something on the street. You'll hear them with a megaphone. Bandora, macarona. Bandora is tomato. Macarona,
She's literally ripping off my videos at this point, okay? In multiple videos, I've described in more details with words and visuals what that is. And this is the first time she's mentioning it and she's mentioning vegetables and trying to translate it. Okay. Okay, girl. How about be original?
Pasta. They call all pasta macarona. Oh.
I love that all the Arabic foods that she knows are food related. On brand. But you know what? I've said that before. Okay, if that's like your gateway, if that's the gateway drug you need to start learning more Arabic, okay, okay. Listen, we meet people where they are. Araf,
It's such a mess.
lay irfik. I eat good food and I never sit there. I'm like, so good. So good. Like, I don't understand this acting. Like, this is feeder content.
Here's a chicken strip.
Wow, we got so much information from that. Let me suckle on all 5 of my fingers. Okay.
These fries, they're a bit cold because, you know, we had a bit of a... made a couple stops on the way home, but the coleslaw...
I have never seen coleslaw eaten in that way in my life. Like, anything that she demonstrates is just showing that part of her in the worst light, okay? She's like making it seem like the Arabs that eat with their hand, this is how they eat. Hijabis use their hijab as a paper towel. People that live in Syria, this is what they do. This is how they eat. This is how they order. Anything that she's trying to represent, she's like, okay, let me represent this thing. Let me do it in the worst possible way. Even when she gorges on food, she's reinforcing negative stereotypes that all people that are overweight eat in that way. Just everything, everything. She's like, how can I make this look as bad as possible for other people that look like this or are in this culture or in this religion or in whatever it may be?
I know you're thinking, you're eating that with your hands. You need to go into the kitchen. Whatever.
I hate laziness. I hate laziness. I hate it. It can tell you so much about a person, and she has demonstrated laziness in a vast, incredible way. In all the ways we've seen her lazy. She's too lazy to get up and get a utensil that she's eating coleslaw with her hands, with her fingers, for a video, for her job. Like, set things up right for your job because you can't work anything else.
Pickled turnip, is it?
I love pickled vegetables. She's in this angle on purpose. I don't think this was a mistake. This is like feeder content because she's most of the time all you can see is like the nose down and her size. And I don't think there's a slimming filter on right now. I think this is like some kind of feeder content. She's trying to show herself gorging on food. She's trying to show how absolutely massive and engorged she is. And she has a spread of food. And the way she's eating is disgusting. This was some kind of request.
Oh my goodness. Look at this hot mess.
You? Yeah, we're looking at her. We're looking at you, girl. I just can't imagine the mindset of living in a country where I know more than half the population are experiencing extremely high levels of food insecurity. And then you got this girl right here doing this. Not even like going out and showing us things. Not even...
Sauce. Mm. The Arabic spices in the batter of the chicken.
Sad, sad life.
Mm-mm. This meal cost, I think, around $5 US, which is actually considered a bit pricey.
I am so over this bitch complaining about things being expensive in a war-torn country. In a country that's experiencing hyperinflation. And she's like, $40 for a abaya? $2 for a balloon? $5 for this huge spread of food that's meant to feed like a grown man after a long day working? Or like 2 people? $5 for all of this, and she's complaining. I hope they're overturning you everywhere you go. I hope.
Man. So, I've decided when the weather gets a bit more cooler, it's still pretty cold.
I don't care what you decided, it's going to change. You have no consistency. You yourself say that you're impulsive and you don't follow through on anything. Whatever you're about to say is irrelevant to any semblance of reality because you will change it just like that.
I will most definitely take you guys and do vlogs in Damascus at the souk and stuff like that. I also want to go to a mega mall, bigger than the one I've been to. Look for some fall Halloween stuff if they have any. And I know, Muslims celebrating Halloween. I'm not worshiping Satan, Shaitan, or anything, but it's a part of my culture that I just can't seem to shake. So I really get excited for it. I love the vibes. I like spooky things. Hi, baby.
She's not doing any of that. She's going back to Canada for the holidays. I'm calling it. I'm calling it. 72 hours ago, she was yelling at all of us saying, these stupid, lazy reaction channels steal my content. I'm never doing a vlog again. And now she's saying she's going to vlog. No. Also, get the cat. Get Julia away from the food you're eating.
No, no.
She's like petting her with all the fur on her with the hand that she's using to eat. But you know what? She's already gross. So honestly, actually, I apologize, Julia. I apologize. You're making it better. You're not. Yeah, you're making it better.
Her hair's growing back. Sorry, you can't have anything. Nothing that for you.
Wait, the video is so much better now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Julia, stay. No! Come back! It was so
Bye.
it was so much better that way.
There's still a good number of you guys. Even if it's only a few thousand or a couple thousand. That's still a lot of people in a way, not in YouTube views terms, but a lot of people who like my vlogs, so thank you.
I've liked some of them, like one. The one where you actually put an effort and you went out and you did something and you managed to not be offensive. You're able to do these things, like you can and you know how to. It's just laziness and lack of empathy is what makes you do this, which is almost worse, that you're able to do content that's actually interesting and that people want to watch and you're able to not be deplorable, but you just choose not to.
And for mukbangs, I'm going to try to make them more interesting for you guys.
Why is a 550-pound woman doing mukbangs? Why is a 550-pound woman living in a war-torn country where over half the population is experiencing food insecurity and there's hyperinflation in the country? Why is she doing mukbangs in that context?
Maybe once in a while. Especially for October. Maybe have like every day. Try to do like a. Remember when I used to do Vlogtober and I didn't do the whole thing, but remember I used to do like spooky themed mukbangs?
Not really. I didn't
And at
watch
the same
those.
time, I can show you a combination of like food I cook here.
She's always talking about what she's going to do. I'm going to, I will, I'm going to. And then she ends up not doing any of it. Just do it. Just live it. Just do it. There's no need to like have this whole I'm going to, because we know that you won't. We know that you'll do it for like a few days and then you'll stop, and then you'll quit.
Food that you can buy here.
I'm frustrated with her today. I'm so frustrated. My ability to give positive feedback right now is non-existent for her.
It's a huge sandwich.
You know this is like her fifth
The
meal
reason
of the
is-
day too. What's the reason, girl? What? Tell us.
Those types of videos are just fun and drama free. You know what I mean?
Okay. So what?
That's why.
Drama, that we don't manufacture drama out of thin air. We don't conjecture things that, I mean, maybe some people do, but I don't. We call you out for the things that you do on camera. And in a lot of cases, you record it and you edit it and you watch it and you upload it. So it goes through so many rounds of quality control. And then you put it up and then you're shocked that people call you out.
And
And
they're fun to do. You know? I'm
Yeah.
saying you know all the time.
she's 100,000 million billion bajillion % watching me. Hey girl, I know you're watching this. Get your life together, okay? And stop guzzling food down your damn gullet. And stop exploiting people around you. And stop exploiting the poverty of the country that you're in and the hospitality of those people. Stop it. You're pathetic. شو
I don't know.
شو ايش
I think I've had enough. I have to tap out.
بالله.
Oh. One of the most one of the best sensations a human can experience is quenching thirst with an ice cold, refreshing drink.
That is disgusting of her to say. I am disgusted by this whole thing, considering that in her country and in the region in which she's living right now, there are people that are dying of starvation. There are people that can't get water. They're dying from dehydration and starvation. And right now she's on camera talking about how the best feeling in the world is to drink something cold and to quench your thirst. Someone who consumes and gorges and exploits anything within her reach, anything that her paws can grab.
Ugh. Ugh. Very filling. The potatoes?
So many Arabs, by the way, with everything going on in the region, have talked about and expressed a difficulty in eating, a massive feeling of guilt when they eat, because they probably have family members or they know people, or you just like feel some type of way knowing that there are people in the world that are starving to death. And so empathetic people, especially if you have ties to that place, to that land, to people from there, a normal reaction is to feel guilt and to experience difficulty in eating, certainly in eating a lot of food. So when she puts on displays like this, I'm not saying that if she was in Canada and she never met a Syrian guy and she never went to Syria, I would not be giving this kind of feedback, okay? Because I'm not trying to be unreasonable. I'm not saying that you can't film yourself eat. Like, she would just be a random Canadian in Canada driving around doing her shenanigans that we would be calling out for like other reasons, okay? So I'm trying to say that in this context, in what she's doing and where she's living, and she tries to talk about political things, right? So we know that she's aware of what's going on in Syria and elsewhere around her. So with all of that context, for her to do these food gorging displays, and for her to say that one of the best feelings a human being can experience is quenching of thirst, that goes into my brain, and my brain interprets it as, why are you saying this? Why are you saying this? We know why she's saying it, because she has no empathy for other people, and she's selfish, and she only cares about herself.
Not frozen. There's not a lot of things that are frozen. In the supermarkets, they do have some frozen sections. But like I said, we're in a smaller village, so we're in a smaller area than Damascus.
The electricity keeps getting cut off, so they cannot rely on refrigerators and freezers. Because the infrastructure is not well built because of the civil war from the past 14 years.
Yes, anyways. Damascus has a lot more things. But where we are, a lot of places won't have electricity constantly throughout the day.
Okay.
So you won't find a lot of frozen stuff. Bigger supermarkets will have like generators or solar.
She's spinning this whole thing as a positive for her. She's like, oh yeah, there's not a lot of frozen food options, so everything has to be fresh. See how good that is for me? Do you see how good it is for me that I live in a war-torn country where they don't have enough electricity for their own businesses, for their own infrastructure, for their houses, for their schools, for their hospitals? Yeah, that sucks for them, but it's really good for me because it means that I can get fresh, fast food.
Stuff like that, but this restaurant, I don't know, they make fresh chips, so fresh fries, and they put a seasoning on them. The tube is some of the best I've had. That's really good too. Sometimes it doesn't taste very garlicky, but here the tube is really good. And yeah, the coleslaw, a bit saucy, a bit too saucy for me. I like more vinegary coleslaws than creamy ones. But that's
yeah, go back and give them that feedback. Go back and tell them. Tell them, hey guys, I'm a morbidly obese Canadian that likes to exploit your culture and just things that you guys do and your hospitality, and I just want to give you feedback about the coleslaw.
It's just me, so. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Okay. Okay, that was something. Okay, so what I did is I have the content pulled up. I'm going to scroll through it. I'm also making sure that on the side you can see the profile name of the people that I'm showing you on TikTok, so that if you want to go follow them, I encourage you to do so. For the people who and the accounts that I'm showing, I've not gone through all the accounts, so I don't know what else is there. I've just looked at these and I want to show them to you guys. I've also made an explicit effort to not just find content by Syrians, but other like white people that are visiting Syria in other capacities, because I want you guys to see what other people are doing in Syria. Okay. I want us to both experience this together, because when it started coming up on my feed on TikTok, I'm like, oh my God, the contrast between what I'm seeing and what Chantal is showing us is astounding. And I just want us together to see all of these different viewpoints from very different people in the same place that she's at. I'm gonna mute it because there's some background music, but this is a white guy, okay? Who is English or Australian, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but he is visiting Syria in the capacity of a tourist, and he's visiting a mosque. He's from, as far as I can tell, he's not Muslim. And you can see the diversity of people there. You can see how he's able to film. You can see the different ways in which people are dressed, men and women. You can see that he's filming people from behind to show people, but he's not trying to get their faces in it. You can see that as he's showing a masjid, he's talking about its historical and religious significance. Like, look at how respectful this is. Respectful, educational, interesting. He's showing himself. Like, this to me, as someone that has never been to Syria, was genuinely interesting. Okay. He's a law student that's traveling around. I'm going to his account. Law student, and look at him. Look what is he doing? Is he linking to a charity? Is he linking to an outside charity because he wants people to donate and he doesn't want the money to pass through to him? He's not trying to scam? He doesn't seem to be scamming in his bio. He didn't put his own PayPal? What?
From a 5-day aid trip to Syria as a British person, with this being my first ever aid trip and second.
So he went as an aid trip. Wow. Okay, as a British for his law degree, second time he's in the Middle East after the Syrians. It's only been 24 seconds and he's already been more informational than Chantal ever could. And do you see what, like, I really want to show this because I don't want people to misunderstand the feedback that I give Chantal and say, oh, is it just because she's not from the culture or the country or the religion that she can't talk about these things? No, 100% you can, but there's a way to do it, and look how he's doing it. Look at how respectful he's being and talking about it. And still talking about difficult things like politics and war and religion. It's just so crazy when you see someone doing it right. Okay, let's keep going. This is a Syrian girl in Syria. I believe she's Christian. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see what she says. Her handle is Patricia.
Things you only see in Syria, part 1. Gonna talk about driving. First of all, you can go both directions. That's fine. That's okay. You just go with your instinct, you know? And of course, we do have traffic lights, but they don't work. Here, I was showing you one of them. Anyway, cars park wherever they want to. You will not get a ticket. There's no parking spots, basically. You park in the streets. That's fine as well. To be a pro, to not hit a car, basically. Here, I was also showing you another traffic light that does not work. So you go with your instinct. Again. Might see people parking in the middle of the street to talk to someone as this person. That's okay. That's fine as well. Everything is fine. You know, you just drive with your intuition and just like, you know, you have to be careful and pay attention whenever there's a car besides you. And you might also see buses parking in the middle of the street. That's totally normal as well. Yeah, that was it. Follow for part 2. I sound so cringy. I hate that. Anyway.
This is really cool. She's like showing some of the truths of a Middle Eastern country. Everything that she said, yeah, is true about other places too. Okay.
Have you ever watched the show Bab al-Hara, the very popular Syrian show?
Amazing show. Amazing show. I cannot believe Chantal has never brought up Bab al-Hara, one of the most iconic TV shows in the Arab world. Okay, every Arab knows about Bab al-Hara and the iconic intro song. Okay, this is a girl wearing a hijab. First of all, look how she's wearing the hijab. First of all, look how she's dressed. Light colors, light fabrics, loosely worn. Let's see what she's going to show us.
Well, today I'm going to take you guys and show you where it was filmed here in Damascus in Syria. We have to walk through this whole entire thing. It's a little bit uphill. The doors here also look like the Bab al-Hara doors. As we get closer in, the streets get narrower and narrower and more narrow and narrow and narrow until we get there.
Hij bent op mijn sal.
Right here is where Abu Badr was hit by Mataz. He beat him up right here and he...
I love this take on showing us Syria. I love that she's showing us it in context of like a TV show, because people will do this for a lot of other parts of the world, like Malta or Croatia, or like when people go to London to look at like Harry Potter things, or the UK for Harry Potter things. I love that she's doing that in Syria. I love how it seems like she picked a time of day when it's empty outside to like not try to film people, which I feel like is very respectful. She's showing us herself, she's showing us the neighborhoods, and she's showing it to us in context to an extremely popular Arab show. I love this. So cool.
Throw away all of his vegetables and he hit him because they were having some beef. This right there is Beit Abu Badr. Here is Abu Badr's house, and it's been obviously renovated a little bit because some people actually do live there. And this is his balcony right there. Badr has a really nice balcony. And this is the very, very popular house of Abu Arsam. This door right here.
That's so cool.
I'm Abu Arsam. And that's all of his.
She knocked on the door. It's like a person's house. And she said the name of the character. And I love how the lady was like, mean. Like, she's like playing along, and the girl apologized afterwards. The lady that lives there, that must happen a lot.
Balconies up there. To this day, they still come to these very old streets and they film very old shows.
So cool.
To preserve the culture of Syria.
Speak on that. Love that. Love. I'm floored. Okay, this is a video. I wish I could play the audio. It's a really, really good Arab song. But this, I wanted to show you guys this because it kind of relates to some comments I've made in other videos where I have like shown a curiosity as to how Salah feels about returning to Syria, because for a lot of Syrians returning to Syria now, when they have never been able to, or have in some cases never, but in most cases they've not been able to return in 14 years since the civil war. And for people right now to be able to return, can you imagine how emotional that experience is, to either be living in exile, or you were forced to leave because of the war, or you were part of a group it was not safe for you to be there, and the feeling of returning? Can you imagine how that would feel? And I'm curious about that and how Salah feels about that, but I want to show you TikToks of people that are showcasing how that feels like. So this says entering a free Syria. And like the flags hung up everywhere. Yeah. I think I saved more of these as well.
Don't make fun of us. Guys,
Okay. I really love this because it shows the garment that Chantal was wearing. So you can tell, right? Even if you don't know girls that wear hijab, I'm sure you can tell by looking at it what girls normally wear a hijab because they're dressed up in a certain way. And the girls that are wearing like the very loose garment that looks like the pattern of a curtain, honestly, or like something, those girls don't normally wear a hijab. If you go to this girl's account, she's not a hijabi. This is normally how she's not. She has friends that are hijabis and she's Muslim, but she's not a hijabi. So when you go to a mosque and you're not a hijabi, this is what they give you. It's just like a quick, just put it on, not fussy thing. And you can see the girls in the background. You see how they're like dressed up and like their hijab is like, it's done up. They look cute. It's part of their outfit. That's because they're hijabis and it's part of their outfit. That's how you would dress. These girls, the ones over here, they don't wear hijab. So as soon as they walked in the mosque, they just probably just gave them that.
Okay, we're at Masjid al-Umawi. Don't make fun of us. Guys, they gave you blue abaya. Don't make fun.
You just like abaya? Oh no.
Never been washed before.
Never been washed.
I love the filming. I love that they're showing you what they give you when you go in. There's men and women around. It's like if any of you guys have been to Istanbul and you visit the mosques, you know, like the thing they give you, or like if you visit like a historic church somewhere in Europe, in some churches they want you covered up, so they'll give you something to wrap around yourself. It's the same concept, but you're not like out and about wearing it as like your outfit of the day. That's so beautiful.
شجر الكينيا مليان منه بسوريا. كينيا.
شو بيصنعوا منه؟
مضادات الملاريا. انتي ملاريا. Parasite malaria.
Okay, we're at Masjid al-Umawi.
I love that. I love that. There's another video that's showcasing the emotional response to being able to go back to Syria after 14, 15 years of not being able to go back. There's music as well that I had to lower. Okay, they all look like they're going back. Look how excited they are. And again, it's showing not all Syrians, not all Muslims, not all Arabs. Not all Arabs are Muslim. Not all Syrians are Muslim. And not all Muslims wear hijab and cover their head. Okay? Showing us going to the house. Wow. Love those huge doorways. And like how it feels like to see family after that long. Okay. This is a girl showing. I love this because like she's trying to work from home. She's obviously like traveling too. She's not living in Syria and the internet is terrible. And then comments are saying, yeah, I'm going to be doing this in a couple of weeks. How's the internet? There are people there trying to like reconnect with their family after 14 to 15 years of not being able to go to Syria. And so they're taking their work with them. And meanwhile, Chantal is like eating up the grid with her stupid lame ass live streams. This also I really wanted to show you. This is a hotel in Damascus. Look how gorgeous this is, the view. Look at the Damascus. The Umayyad Mosque that we've been seeing. Gorgeous. What is that? A gift shop? So beautiful. Look at, this is the hotel. Wow. This is so beautiful. Yeah, this is very typical Syrian style on this table. So beautiful. Wow. Beit Alawi, I think. No. I can't see. Beit Alwa Hotel. That's the hotel they're staying at. Look how beautiful. So nice. Oh, souvenir shop. Oh my God. Don't put me in a souvenir shop in a foreign country. Don't. Because I will blow through money. Oh, I love this. This is like the typical Syrian mother of pearl, like stylized and decorated, like jewelry boxes, trays, like serving trays. So beautiful. If I was Chantal, I would be buying out these stores. Okay, one for you, and one for you, and one for you, and one for my neighbor, and one for my coworker, and one for the coworker that I don't even really like. I would just buy up all this stuff. So nice. Look at these beautiful dresses. Oh my God. This is also similar to like the Palestinian thobe that women wear. Like, so nice. Yeah, I would be one in each. I'll have one of each. Please, one of each. Oh, $40 each. A steal. A bargain. Are you sure that's it? Beautiful. Look, and this is more of that. 16 years later, I get to go home. The surreal experience of people. Look how emotional. Yeah, it is a very emotional thing to be able to go, like, you left the country under war and you're going back now. And like the dictator that was, I mean, you guys really have to read about the stuff that Bashar al-Assad did and the prisons. Wow. Wow, look how happy they are. Wow. Yeah, look how like it must I can't imagine how emotional it is. I mean, I can. Wow. Wow. Now that's a spread of food. Look, this is probably for, I kid you not, this is probably for 8 people, okay? Eggs, I think this is mortadella, olives, hummus, olives, lebne, hummus, cucumbers, falafel. This is what is this? What is this? My husband loves this. It's the fermented eggplant that's stuffed with walnuts and it's pickled. Machdous? Is it machdous? Hold on, I gotta look it up. Yeah, machdous. So good. I think this is halloumi, more hummus, more falafel. Okay, so it's like a repetition on that side and then tomatoes. This, I kid you not, it's probably for 8 people. Okay, this is a ton of food. This is a ton of food. Who do we think could eat this all in one sitting? I love the style of like a mezze. Style of a bunch of little plates. I love this, showing, like, I love that these videos are being real. They're being raw. They're showcasing us the good and the bad and the emotions that come with that. They're showing us the complexity of a place where people are resilient and where they have dignity and self-respect for their surroundings. They want things to be beautiful and well-maintained and cared for, but at the same time, they were put in situations where it was difficult to do that or the infrastructure is not built up. I think like that's what we as people living in the West need to be aware of, is that a lot of these countries, they are put in situations where they cannot maintain it. It cannot be up to the standards that we are used to here. But at the same time, it is a people that are resilient and that, like I said, they want their surroundings to be beautiful and clean and respectable and aesthetic. And so it's so, I love seeing the complexity of all of that showcased in like a short TikTok. I also love when videos just show the actual sounds of everything in the background. So this is one of the same girls that we saw in another TikTok, and she's just walking around old Damascus and showing us the sights and also how it sounds like to walk through there. And look how people are dressed. I want you guys to take note of how women in particular are dressed and how people look like, because I feel like that's another thing that's another huge stereotype that people have, which to a certain extent I can understand, because if you don't know Arabs, you don't know Muslims, you've not been to Syria, how would you know? So I don't think having a stereotype necessarily is bad, but I think that once you learn more about it, about the culture, and then you see differences, hopefully that informs how you see a culture. And look at how women are dressing in a variety of ways. Look, t-shirt and leggings. And look, they're all wearing white hijabs.
Croissant here. It's been ongoing for around 60 years or so.
Look how she's dressed. Her hair is out, and the girl next to her, she's covered up. Look at how many coffee pots. Oh my god, I'll take this, I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that, I'll take that.
Very nice.
Wow. What? Take us to a restaurant like this, Chantal. El Dorado, Matam El Dorado. Take us, let's go. Look how beautiful that is.
Give me see it.
Beautiful. Look how people are dressed. Pause and just look at how the variety of ways in which people are dressed.
Okay? So, as you can see how small the door was and how massive this is. Yeah.
Look at ladies hanging out on their own. just getting their own coffees, chilling on their own. Look, they're just like hanging out. But not solo, they're like together. Look, all the group of 4 ladies hanging out together, a dude just on his own. Yeah. Show us this, Chantal. Actually, maybe don't. We're seeing it now. We're good. Okay, I want to show this too. This is obviously, they're not Syrian, or maybe he is, I'm not sure. But they are in LA eating Syrian food. And oh, that looks so good. And I just really like this because this is like, it's a food-based TikTok, right? So that's all they're doing is eating. And I love the way that she is talking about the food from a culture that's not hers, and still being very respectful. And I love this. She's telling us where the owner is from. And she's showing us the cost of things. And all of the food. Look, they're not being gross about it. The emphasis is not on them eating it. It's like showing it to us. I love this. Oh my god, what a hinab. I would eat all of that. You see, there's no grossness. It's not an emphasis on like, gorging. You see how tiny the portions are? How tiny the plates are for 2 people? Yeah, this is like how you do good food content for food from another culture. Yeah. Yeah, girl, you gotta work on your technique. That just means you gotta eat some more Arab food and practice more. And I love that she's giving honest feedback. She's saying a lot of the flavors and tastes that's not what I'm used to, but I'm enjoying it. I muted it because there's some music, but there's no gross eating sounds. There's no gross food sounds. Yeah, this is more of talking about how like emotional it is to visit. And I want to read this. This is a Syrian that went back, and she's saying, how, you know, for people that are asking how it feels like to go back after not being able to go there for so long. And it says, I'd say it was confusing. I left when I was young, so I don't really have memories, but something about being there still hit me. Like I knew the place without ever living in it. I felt like coming home to a place I never really got to know. I missed something that was supposed to be mine. The people were warm, the streets were familiar, but the pain, you can feel it without anyone saying a word. It's in the way they live, the way they laugh, like they've seen too much. If you ask me, it made me feel lucky, guilty, emotional, all at once. Lucky I left, guilty I left. It's my country, but not my experience. And I love this. There's so many ways in which I can relate to that just personally. And that is like the complexity and the nuance that I try to get across in my videos for a country like Syria, a country surrounding it, and how it must feel to go and visit there for Salah. But also, we need to be, like, when you're visiting a place that's not yours, that has just been through all of these things, I feel like you have to talk about it with care. You have to be very sensitive in how you talk about living there. You have to be sensitive in how you interact with the people there, how you live there. And there's a couple of videos back where I was reacting to a Foodie Beauty video, and I kept mentioning that it's making me uncomfortable. I don't know why. I'm so angry. I feel these things and I don't know why. And since sitting and thinking about it, I think the reason it bothered me is because she seems to be very comfortable taking up space and exhibiting loudness and noise and entitlement in a country where there was pain and hurt and so many emotions that people have to live through. And she's just like bouldering her way through. And something about seeing her loudness and taking up space, and I don't mean just like her physical voice, I mean just the noise level at which her presence operates and at which that she consumes and takes things from her surroundings. All of that juxtaposed with the reality of the people living there and that she's probably interacting with that's what really got to me. And so that's why I'm trying to show you this, because even people that aren't Syrian that are visiting, from the way that they talk and walk around, like they're gracious and they're grateful and they're thankful and they're making an effort to understand even though they don't speak Arabic, they're making an effort to understand them at like a human level. And we have seen none of that from Chantal, none of it. We've just seen her way too comfortable taking up space, way too comfortable taking and talking about as if she knows. We've not seen her demonstrate, this is what I'm learning. This is what I'm receiving. This is my emotional response to this. You just see her talk, run in her mouth as if she knows, and not allowing for the possibility that maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know how it feels like, and maybe you should just lower your tone a little bit. Maybe you should listen. Maybe you should step back a little bit. We don't see any of that. This is, I wanted to show this specifically. This is the TikTok of a full-time queer traveler who's traveling all over. I think she's backpacking her way or walking or something. And she has a bunch of videos on Syria. And let me rewind this. This is her in Damascus, a single queer female traveling in Damascus. Literally everything she's shown has been positive. Sipping her tea alone. Look, literally no one's looking at her. Look, all these guys. No one's looking at her. They're all just like doing their own thing. Yeah. Absolute vibes. Absolute vibes with the ashtray there. I want to show more of the things on their channel.
Has a part of the Mediterranean Sea right here. This is Syria. Who knew? Look at how beautiful
At the
this
beach.
is.
Gorgeous.
And it's empty. Did you know that?
Love that.
Again, after so many people advised me against it, I walked through the scorching desert outside of town and got picked up after about an hour. Okay, I've made it to Homs. Guys that dropped me off insisted on taking me to the bus station, which is on the other side of town. So I found a micro or minibus that goes to the opposite side of town. I think it's about a 2-hour journey, so
Oh, she's just
it
hitchhiking.
shouldn't take too long. After a short ride, I got dropped off here. Okay, so I just got picked up and by this guy from Dubai, and he said he's got like an appointment, so I was just waiting in the car, and this other guy comes and like hands me a plate of delicious
That's what I mean when I say Syrian hospitality, when I say Arab hospitality.
watermelon. Hitchhiking is great. This is not the service you get on a bus at all. This is why you should hitchhike even in Syria. As the sun went down, so did his boundaries. He kept trying to invite me back to his place or hold my hand, and managed to prolong a 2-hour journey into 5. We got some fatayr, and then an hour later we're near Damascus. I finally made it to Damascus. Was dropped off right near
I also really appreciate that she's being real and she's not sugarcoating things. She's saying, I'm in Syria, I'm having great experiences, and there are also the realities of the negative ones. And I love the way that she is able to show and demonstrate that and be authentic, but not be offensive. Wow, isn't it crazy that some people that are decent are able to do that? Are able to talk about positives and negatives without being disrespectful?
cafe I like, so I thought I might as well go and drink some tea before I head home. So I did, and now I'm heading back. I'm hitchhiking in Syria once again.
Yeah, love that. Again, yeah, the emotions of visiting 15 years later. And I love, she's showing the pictures that her dad took and that she took. This is 2010, 2025. This view in 2010, 2025. Must be crazy to stand in the same places before and after. Wow. Wow. That's a very cool perspective. The before and the after. So cool. And then this pops up. Okay, these are just like my saved TikToks for like ideas for other videos. But yeah, I hope that with like the last part of the video, you're able to see and look at Syria in a different light. If you weren't already following these channels, definitely I recommend just go and check them out. And you'll see once you like watch 1 or 2, you'll get a lot of other videos about Syria that shows you different sides to it from multiple different perspectives. I tried to like find a bunch of different people, Syrians, non-Syrians, Westerners, someone that was quear, and just to show you it from all of their perspectives and to contrast it with what we get from Chantal. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.